The summer air hung heavy and still. A group of teenagers, restless and emboldened, stood before a sight that sent shivers down their spines. The abandoned house on Bhamdoun Hill. They dared each other, the challenge echoing in the silence. One of them, Jamie, stood frozen. The dare was for him. Enter the house. He fought the rising panic. Jamie's heart pounded against his ribs as he took the first step. The gravel crunched under his feet, each step a deafening announcement in the quiet twilight. The air grew colder. He felt a presence, watching. The house loomed larger with each step. He wanted to turn back. The dare, the fear fueled him forward. The house stood as a monolith of decay. Paint peeled from its walls like scabs. Windows like empty eyes stared back. The front porch sagged, a testament to time and neglect. Jamie reached for the doorknob, cold and rough beneath his touch. It creaked open, a sound that spoke of long years of silence. He stepped inside. The air was thick with dust and the smell of decay. It clung to his throat, choking him. His eyes struggled to adjust to the gloom. Shadows danced at the edges of his vision. He listened for any sound. Silence. It was heavier than the dust, more oppressive than the gloom. Section 5. Whispers in the silence. As Jamie moved deeper, floorboards groaned under his weight. Each creak echoed through the emptiness, a chorus of whispers that sent shivers down his spine. He thought he heard a whisper, his name, soft and breathy. He stopped, holding his breath. Only silence answered. Section 6. The unseen guest. A sudden gust of cold air brushed past him. It carried a cloying sweetness that turned his stomach. It couldn't be just the scent of decay. Something else was here, something unseen. He felt a presence, cold and menacing, watching him. He wasn't alone. Section 7. The figure in the shadows. Then he saw it. At the end of the hallway, a figure formed in the shadows. Tall and gaunt, it stood motionless, its features obscured by darkness. Jamie froze, his breath caught in his throat. He tried to rationalize it, a trick of the light, a figment of his fear, but deep down he knew better. Section 8. Flight through fear. Panic seized him. He turned and ran, his heart pounding like a drum in his chest. The floorboards groaned and creaked beneath his frantic steps. He didn't dare look back. He could feel the presence behind him, gaining on him. Section 9. The lingering dread. He burst out of the house, gasping for breath. The setting sun cast long shadows. He didn't stop running until he reached his friends. He never looked back, but the terror lingered. He knew with a certainty that chilled him to the bone that something evil lurked within those decaying walls.